Hi, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. And if you happen to find me from scrolling around or someone recommended that you check out my YouTube channel, I hope you'll help me out and hit that subscribe button. So there's this meme that's going around on social media. I am actually one of the people pushing it. I did not create it. And it's sort of a cartoon drawing, and it has God up there at the pearly gates. And you see a kind of overweight MAGA guy standing there with his back to us, but you see the red hat. We know who it is. And God says to him, yes, he was the test. And you instantly know what he's talking about. And it's what we've discussed a lot. The fake Christians out there, the MAGA Christians, the Christian white nationalists. And basically, this meme is everything because it says, yes, this was the test, meaning you were to reject evil, racism, brutality, lies, demagoguery, all of it, the rape, everything about Trump. In fact, everything about Trump is in that meme. He was the test. And so this was God saying, you with the red hat, you failed the test because you bought into this. MAGA knows that Trump is a convicted felon and a rapist and a con man and a thief and a liar and a traitor. They are with him laughing about Alligator Auschwitz in the Everglades, where they know people will die, brutal, brutal deaths, and Trump intends that to be the case. Those, when the first hurricane hits, those tents that's the Alligator Alcatraz, Auschwitz, those will be the same as gas chambers in the ovens. People will die. They're already flooding just with regular storms. So we know this, and he's doing it anyway. So MAGA, they love to call themselves Christians. They're not, obviously. There's nothing Christian about them. But this cartoon seems to have gotten under the skin of a lot of them. I'm getting, all over Twitter, they're saying that is not what God is about, blah, blah, blah. And you don't understand the Bible. I'm like, yeah, I think I do. This one's pretty cut and dry. We all know it. And they know it too, which is why they are so defensive. MAGA is defensive about this because the louder they scream that they are Christians and the bigger the cross, if you're a White House press secretary, the bigger hypocrite you are. None of them have actually read the Bible. None of them really understand the teachings of Christ. Or they do, but they want to pretend they don't because they want to do this. They know what Trump is. And they like it. They are worshiping, literally, they're worshiping the devil. They're worshiping evil. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. Just like in Germany, people worshiped Adolf Hitler. We are not far away from that point at all. In fact, we're in that place right now. So I don't understand why some of these MAGA, the ones with half a brain, can still do this. They are in denial. In their heart of hearts, they know. And just like you say, well, I'm not MAGA, but, I respect somebody else's opinion. No, this isn't these aren't political differences anymore. So think about this. If you are someone who does not support Trump and really kind of wish this era of Trump would end, but you personally are not going to do anything about it, you're not going to do everything you can in your life, ask yourself this: what if it was you, a member of your family, or someone you're very close to, who suddenly was, they're walking down the street, or they're at their job, or at church, or at their kid's school, or in fact, it is a child at a school, and these masked so-called ICE agents, without badges, without anything, just grab this person and take them away. And for a while, you don't know where they are. You're not told anything. And that will be the case, by the way, with Alcatraz, with El Salvador, all of it. They're being disappeared. So think of this: if it's someone that you love and this happens, what would you want your friends to do? Your friends who are not MAGA, but they have been very quiet up to this point. What would you want them to do? In that situation, would you tolerate, or you be comfortable with your friends saying, well, I didn't I didn't vote for Trump, so that's really all I can do. I really can't do anything else. Would that be enough to satisfy you and you would let them off the hook? And I think it's really important that each of us think in terms of our own personal lives. If this happened to you, if this happened to your spouse, a daughter, a son, a grandchild, how would you feel? Would you be okay with your friends who are not MAGA, that have been very quiet? Would you be okay with them going, gosh, sorry, there's nothing I can do because I have to respect other people's political opinions and tolerate them. So there's nothing I can do. Think about that. So when you think of it in terms of if it's your people or you, people close to you, you want everybody to rally around you. You want them to not tolerate this. You don't want them to tolerate MAGA who are cool with this, right? Is it enough to simply say, well, I didn't vote for him and I don't like that and I don't support that? Well, what good does that do? Does that get you off the hook at dinner parties? Because we really are in a different stage of this now. And I've been seeing a lot of posts by historians and some people who are Holocaust survivors or people who study this. And they're letting us know that this is further along than most people seem to think. We are in this and it's happening very, very quickly. It was planned to happen quickly. It was planned to be a shock and awe type of thing. And I think because in America, we've always had strong institutions that, while not perfect, at least could weigh in when something would go really bad and we could somehow rectify it. We could turn the ship around. We can't do that now. We can't do that now. It has to be each and every one of us. Do you want to meet your maker, like in that cartoon, and have him say to you, have God say to you, when it's your time to leave this earth, yes, he was the test, meaning Trump. Whatever you do or don't do, did or didn't do, or importantly, do or don't do from this point forward, that is the test. That is the test. There's a reason why these bots and trolls and nutcase MAGA have like jumped on my feed about that particular meme, because they know it hits a nerve. They know it's true. All of these white nationalists, these so-called MAGA Christians, they're not. At some level, they're starting to know that they're not. I mean, they're supporting a rapist. I mean, there's just, do we want to go down the litany of all of the evils of Trump? Not just even since he's been president. He's a really bad guy. He's a really, really bad guy. Evil on so many levels. And now, because he shut down the National Weather Service, this deadly flood because of the storms in Texas, they didn't know. There was no warning because they didn't have a National Weather Service warning. And now they're pulling little girls' bodies and other bodies out of the water from the camp. A lot of little girls died because of Trump. Trump is directly responsible for COVID deaths. Trump is directly responsible for the deaths of these people in Texas. It is time we use that language. Don't pussyfoot around it. Don't say, well, actions he took resulted in, and who could have known, and blah, blah, blah. No. Be direct in your language. He did this, and he doesn't care. Did he go to Texas for this catastrophe? No. He's golfing at Bedminster and laughing about 65 million Latinos in the United States that are going to be alligator food. The ones who are here legally, naturalized citizens, nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. So to my way of thinking, people that say, well, I didn't vote for Trump and I don't like him, but I'm not going to, go out on that limb and do anything that would affect my life, that I'd have to give something up. Just think if it's you, because it could be. It could be. It's not just Latinos. He's going to go after all his political enemies and detractors. So this is terrorism. He is a terrorist. This is terror that he is imposing with these ICE agents, with the masked thugs. We are at that point. So again, think of it. If it was you, what if you're a white, naturally, you're born American in this country? Maybe you have a kid that married somebody from who's of a Latino background. Maybe you have grandchildren who are Afro-Latino or whatever. Trump's not going to care. Okay. He said outright the other day. And then also this alligator Alcatraz. Well, yeah, for people not born here, but also some people who were born here who were bad people. They may have to go there. Well, that could be any of us. Me, you. If you're born here, he didn't specify if you were Latino or not. Now he's just saying bad people who were born here. Well, who decides who's bad? If you didn't get due process, you're certainly not our legal system. This literally means that Trump himself will decide if you're bad or not. And that means political detractors, people who criticize him, people who tell the truth about him. And the only way I think that we can stop him, I mean, remember, there is safety in numbers. So please don't be silent. Please don't tolerate the MAGA, because now look what they're supporting. Look what they're okay with. Look what they're silent about. And if they're silent about Trump's Alligator Auschwitz, and you are too, because you don't want to, anger them or, have anything get in the way of the friendship or whatever, or if it's a working relationship, then you're as bad as they are. Because people are dying already. They are dying already. It's not, well, we are turning into authoritarian. No, we are there now. We are there. People are dying now because of Trump. Right now. A lot of little girls drowned in Texas because of Trump, because of what he's done. You either care about this or you don't. And just saying you didn't vote for him, I don't think cuts it. Does that sound, I know that might sound harsh, but as I said many times before, we did not choose this fight. I certainly didn't choose this fight, but this is the fight we're in. This is the fight we're in. And it sucks, doesn't it? But we're the grown-ups. Our generation let this happen. I had this conversation with a friend in the last couple of days. How did our generation let down this country with a 250-year success rate? Whenever we were threatened, we somehow, the greatest generation told us somehow the generations that came before us saved this country over and over and over again. It's us now, the adults now, the people who are in charge now. We did this. We let this happen. That will be, unfortunately, our legacy.